Happy Friday! End of the week. It's my Monday. I always get turned around on the days of the week. But it is Friday. We've made it to the end of your week. I hope it's been a great week so far. It's been a cooler couple of days. I was outside yesterday moving some stuff around and honestly didn't break a sweat, so that was nice. Breezy. We'll continue to see some nice conditions for the day. Right now it's about 66, looking out at Madison, 565. Lots of people making their way around for the day. I know fall break is wrapping up for some schools and other schools are just getting started. But it is quite chilly outside. So we're going to continue to see some cooler conditions for the next few days. Here's your afternoon planner. Looking ahead for the rest of your Friday, we're going to continue to see those temperatures in the mid and low in 70s for the next couple of hours. We'll keep some cloud cover around every now and again, but we're expected to see that kind of be patchy through the 1 o'clock and 2 o'clock hours. Breeze will follow us throughout the rest of the afternoon as well. And it's going to be a nice and gorgeous day. Thankfully, no humidity. So we're keeping it on the, I would say, drier side. A little more comfortable as you walk out the door. Looking toward the evening, the late evening though, we're going to continue to see those temperatures just kind of dwindle down into those mid and low 60s. The deal though is that we'll keep a breeze. So with that, you might want to continue keeping a light jacket nearby, especially if you have some afternoon plans, evening plans, football or anything else that you would probably be out and about doing, running some errands or even just out enjoying the valley. It's going to be a gorgeous night. So most of the evening is going to be rather clear. We'll see 60s around 7 o'clock once we get closer to sunset. Sunset's around like 6:20 something at this point. Might be like 6:15 at this rate. I think I checked about a week ago and it was like 6:24. So I wonder if it's gone back down a little bit. But anywho, we're expecting to see temperatures to be in those low in 60s well before the end of our evening. By 9, we're going to be in the upper 50s. So it's going to be cool. Real cool outside. It's going to be a little chill in the air. As some people like to say, I felt a chill in the air, and then all of a sudden they start breaking out the Christmas music. Give me another like 2 weeks and then we'll do Christmas music. Right. So anywho, I like to do my Christmas music like November 2nd. I like to hit the ground running. But anywho, we're still in the early Halloween stages. So, but it's going to be nice and comfortable for the next couple of nights. We're not expecting to see much of a rain chance this weekend. Very dry, comfortable. Saturday morning is going to be a little cooler. And I know we've got a lot of folks in town for A&M's homecoming. I'll go over that forecast in a second. But even some folks just out enjoying their Saturday. Like I mentioned, some schools are starting their fall break, some are finishing up. So Saturday is going to be a cooler start in the morning. We're looking at some upper 40s for lots of us. And that's here in Huntsville at about 49. So some of our cooler areas could be in those mid 40s, looking at 45, 46. So that's going to be a little different, I would say. I hate waking up in like the winter and it's like freezing in the bathroom as you're like brushing your teeth and you're like shivering. Yeah, waiting for the heat to kick back in and warm you up and all that good stuff. Yeah, it's brutal. Anywho, getting into the highs though, we'll kind of see a little bit of a rinse and repeat of today. So we'll see in upper 70s for Saturday and Sunday. Mostly sunny conditions for Saturday. Cloud cover, very minuscule in nature. Looking at Sunday to be a sunnier day ahead. The expectation is that Sunday is going to be warmer since there is going to be a lack and less cloud cover. I tried to say both of those words at the same time. As you can see, it didn't work all that well. So comfortable conditions though. We'll continue to see those fall-like weather conditions for the next couple of days. This is for A&M's homecoming. Expecting to see some mid 50s by the time everything gets started at 8 a.m. if you're getting out to the tailgate early. And then by the time we get to noon, we'll see mid 70s and get to our highs closer to 3 and 4 o'clock, 77 by that point. It's going to be nice outside. So I would say, given the fact that we do have a decent breeze, I would say it's a good day for you to bring out the windbreakers and light jackets, maybe a light sweatshirt. I'm a sweatshirt girl. I think my recent count was 50 sweatshirts. And I'm not exaggerating. I'm so serious. I have that many sweatshirts because I love sweatshirts so very much. And that's not even including like my zip up jackets. That's just straight crew neck sweatshirts and hoodies. So it's perfect weather for me because I can go outside, wear it, not sweat. It's wonderful. Anyway, so like I mentioned though, for folks that are planning out their weekend, maybe you're going to homecoming or you're just out and about, it's probably going to be a good time for you to bring out something a little heavier than just a t-shirt. You're going to need something to cover up just a teeny bit. That breeze is going to be a little brisk. So thankfully though, no humidity to note. So our highs are just our highs. What you see is what you get. We're not going to be, oh, it's 77, but it feels like 84. None of that. It's going to be 77, feels like 77, is 77. Love to see it. So great on the humidity outlook scale here. Next couple of days. Sunday looks like it might want to take it up a little bit to comfy, but we'll be fine. And we're not dealing with any of the humidity that we've seen earlier this year. So thankfully, we'll see. Finally, we may have another warm up before we're finally, maybe, you know how weather can be. We just tell you what we're reading on the radars and all the forecasts. So let's track out the tropics. We have Jerry and Karen, both in the Atlantic. So Karen, tropical low. We're now focusing on Jerry. And as you can see, I always want a track for when I do the tropics. So I want to be able to write so I could scribble on the screen what it is. So if you look at Jerry's tracks, pretend I'm circling it, right? You'll notice it doesn't really have much of an inclination to move toward us. As you can see, it's going to stay real out to sea, very far out in the Atlantic basin in comparison to where we are. Now, there are still some storms along the coast. Looks like some heavy rain along the Carolinas, but thankfully that won't really push into our neck of the woods anytime soon. So that's good. So today, high of 76. We'll warm up just a teensy bit, get it to about 78, 79 by Sunday. Keep in mind though, by today being a cooler day, our lows heading into your Saturday are going to be in the mid 40s. Some areas could be around those mid 40s, mid to upper. So keep that in mind. We'll see that kind of play out throughout the weekend, teetering on that 50-degree mark, 49, 50, 49, as you can see there. Sunshine's going to stay around though. It's just not going to be that extreme warm sunshine. You know, it's going to be warm, but not, you know, incubator warm, if that makes sense. So we'll keep it in those upper 70s for the next couple of days. But as we get to Monday, you'll notice we get back into those low end 80s. So kind of warming back up just a tad. Not expecting it to be hot though, but we will see our lows kind of warm up as well. Getting back into those mid 50s. Sunshine is expected for the next couple of days. Honestly, not really noticing any rain patterns in our forecast so far, which is good news. So looking ahead to next weekend, Friday is going to be in the mid 80s. So we kind of take about a 10-degree jump from today into the next following Friday. Saturday, the Liz Hurley Ribbon Run. I hope you've signed up. Lots of us from the station will be there. It's exciting. It's the best day of the week. Super excited. It looks like it's going to be a gorgeous day, which is wonderful. 82 is the high for that day. We're expecting to see maybe our lows that morning. Some of the temperatures starting out in the mid 50s. So if you're planning to run, make sure you layer up a little bit. Layer up and do it in pink. Yeah. So that'll be the Liz Hurley Run, and it's going to be a great day. Super excited. But we're going to be in those low end 80s to finish out next weekend. So we're not quite staying in these 70s just yet. Looks like it's probably going to take another blast of cool air. Usually, Brad put together a whole graphic on this, but it's usually around the 13th to the 16th is like, I would say, the median part of it. If I had to estimate a median, those would be the main days that we start to see cooler weather stay in the valley. But we have had some outliers, so we'll see what this season brings. But I hope you have a great Friday, great rest of your weekend. Stay safe, have fun. Especially there's homecoming and fall breaks. There's a lot going on in the city. Hope everyone has a wonderful weekend. Thankfully, we're going to have some wonderful weather for it. So with that being said, I hope you'll tune in at noon. I'll be back with more of your weather. And then tonight at 4, 5, 6, and 10, we'll have Brad. And Brad's going to be out at the tailgate. So I will have to watch him. So that being said, hope you have a great weekend.